Well, today's matter goes to the heart of the challenges facing many people in the community and the concerning behaviour by one particular energy retailer. This case illustrates the seriousness of a retailer taking shortcuts and not providing assistance to customers when providing an essential service. Sumo Power Proprietary Limited and Sumo Gas Proprietary Limited have paid penalties totalling $500,000 for arranging the alleged wrongful disconnection of 143 Victorian energy customers on 14 December 2020. In doing so, Sumo failed to follow the energy rules and disconnected 142 customers before the required 6 business day warning period had expired. Another customer was cut off without warning, despite them actively participating in a payment plan. Electricity and gas are essential services. Disconnection of a customer's energy supply for non-payment of a bill must only ever occur as a measure of last resort. This is why there are clear rules energy businesses must follow before disconnecting a customer's energy supply. Businesses must also act fairly and reasonably towards their customers before arranging a disconnection. Our investigation showed Sumo organised a tight schedule with the intent of disconnecting large numbers of customers who owed energy debts before Christmas 2020. It arranged the timing of the billing process so as to meet minimum regulatory requirements, and it shortcut the time required to allow customers to reach out for help prior to disconnection. Some customers who then sought to be reconnected to their energy supply waited for long periods of time on the phone to speak to a Sumo representatives. It's vital that Victorians have confidence in the energy market, and energy retailers must abide by the rules. Many in our community are facing financial challenges. It is also vital that energy customers are given the assistance and protections by energy businesses to maintain access to essential services. I've personally listened to a number of the customer calls made to Sumo after they were disconnected. Customers spent long periods of time waiting on the phone to speak to Sumo. The sheer frustration and stress felt by customers was clearly evident in the calls I listened to. Our investigation showed evidence of a concerning compliance culture. Sumo developed a plan to disconnect over 1,500 customers by Christmas 2020. It changed its customers' billing schedules to fast-track disconnections. It had names of customers that Sumo sought to disconnect taped to a wall that staff referred to as the wall of shame. It set up a separate telephone call queue, and staff were instructed to transfer customers calling about an actual or pending disconnection to that queue. Call wait times for the separate call queue were long, an average of 45 minutes, with some customers eventually hanging up before they could speak to Sumo. Customers being disconnected from an essential service in this way is completely unacceptable. This raises concerns for the Commission in relation to Sumo's compliance culture and its understanding of the essential nature of energy. Protecting customers from wrongful disconnections is a key priority area for the Commission, and we will continue to hold energy businesses to account if they do not follow the rules.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to alert the community and remind energy businesses in Victoria about new wrongful disconnection laws that we expect to come into effect on the 1st of March. The Victorian Parliament, on behalf of the Victorian community, has passed laws to send a strong message against wrongful disconnections in the energy sector. The Victorian Parliament's 4 objectives in amending the wrongful disconnection laws are to recognise the essential nature of the supply of electricity and gas, to consider community expectations that ongoing access to electricity and gas will be available, to consider community expectations that the supply of electricity and gas to homes and small businesses will not be disconnected solely because of a customer's inability to pay for the electricity or gas supply, and to promote the principle that the supply of electricity and gas to homes and small businesses should only be disconnected as a last resort. The Victorian Parliament has chosen to both increase penalties for wrongful disconnections and to criminalise wrongful disconnection conduct. This strong message to prevent, deter, and stamp out wrongful disconnections must be acted on by energy retailers in Victoria. Once the new laws take effect, the Commission will still be empowered to try and finalise matters in a timely way by serving one or more penalty notices on an energy retailer if the Commission has reason to believe that the retailer has contravened relevant wrongful disconnection provisions. However, the penalty amount for each penalty notice, which is fixed by the Victorian energy rules, not the Commission, will be increased from $5,000 to $36,348 per notice. In addition, there will be new civil or criminal litigation liabilities. If a court in a civil proceeding finds that an energy retailer has contravened the wrongful disconnection provisions, the retailer may be liable to a maximum civil penalty of $218,000 per contravention. Alternatively, if a court in a criminal prosecution convicts an energy retailer of a wrongful disconnection offence, the retailer may be liable to a maximum criminal fine of over $1 million or imprisonment for 10 years per offence. Individual officers of energy retailers who knowingly authorise or permit wrongful disconnection contraventions or offences will also be at risk of civil penalties or criminal sanctions being imposed upon them by the court. The Commission's job is to investigate alleged wrongdoing and, depending on the evidence, take appropriate enforcement action. We strongly recommend all energy retailers in Victoria review their compliance systems and culture regarding Victoria's energy rules to ensure that they are up to date and fit for purpose. We would prefer energy retailers prevent wrongful disconnections by complying with Victoria's energy rules. However, rest assured that we will certainly pursue allegations of wrongful disconnections in the public interest and without fear or favour.